Hey guys, what we're going to go through in this video is basically a little bit about self-care and a few things you can do for yourself when you are at home. So 3 favourite tools of mine that I like. We've got the trigger point ball, which you want something that's pretty hard, not particularly soft. This one's a smooth surface. You can have the ones with knobbly parts or spiky parts, that's fine. I've got the peanut, which I use that more for the spine, and also the foam roller as well, which most people are effectively aware of all these 3. So what I like to do is I'll go through a quick little routine that I do, like a general routine. So where we start off, I like to start off with doing my upper back, my upper thoracics. I use the peanut because I prefer this. What you can do the same thing on a foam roller, that's fine if you don't have a peanut, but I prefer this, it's a bit more specific. So when we put it up your spine, so your spine should be in the middle. So say if we're doing our upper back, basically what I do is get on your back, bum up, and have it on a segment in your mid-back, arm like this. And once we get on a segment, we're going like this. And you might do that about 5 times per spinal segment. And then move up, next level. All the way, boom, all the way. Yeah, so you do that progressively from roughly about your mid-back, which is about that here, about that T8, 8th thoracic vertebra, and you go all the way up into about that T2 area. So you can do, basically go up level by level. I'd do about 5, look, you can even do 10 reps. That's a good way of isolating that. You can even do that on a foam roller as well. So I'll show you with that. So that, you can, with the foam roller, you can even just go arms up and down, or you can do the same thing, hit a segment, go up and down. It's not quite as specific as with the peanut, but if you don't have a peanut, look, it's still an effective tool. So that's how I like to help with this curve in the upper back and start to try and open things up. Okay, so what we can do now is basically like hamstring release. So when I do the hamstrings, I like to use the foam roller. So when we're doing that, put the hamstring on top, put one leg on top of the other, legs next to each other, up and then up and down. So your bum is up, so you're using your core with this as well. That leg's on top of that one to add more weight. Because if it's like this, it's just a little bit too fluffy. And also you can do your calves way there, same deal. Bum up and doing that. Next thing we can do is called the ITB band. It's this band that's thrown on the side here. So when we're doing that, this one can be a bit more sore. So I have it like this, that leg stabilizing here, and then going up and down the band as well, which you can do. And also you can do your quads through there. One thing we'll go through, and I'll do this one against a wall, as we'll show you. Okay, so for the next part, what we're gonna do is one of my favorites is really to release the pec and the rhomboids, and we can do the trap as well. So I prefer to use a ball for this area as opposed to foam roller. It's not specific enough. So when we use the ball, we get the ball here, put it against the wall, and I'm really trying to hit this area here. So, because often with the posture, people round in like that. So we want to open up, we're like stretching the pec. So when you stretch the pec, you're like this, and you're looking away, not like this. So we'll put it on that point there, putting your weight into the wall and looking away, not looking like that. Pushing in and going up, and you might do 30 seconds to a minute one side, boom. And then switch it over, same thing, left side, 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so what you want to do, you can do the same thing for the rhomboids, which is between the shoulder blade here. So what you do with this one, place that between the shoulder blades. If I'm doing my left side, I cross my left side. My feet are a little bit in front of the wall, and I'm pushing back into the wall. So I'm going into the wall and up and down to release the rhomboid. And obviously jump onto the other side, and when I jump on the other side, I'll switch and stretch the other arm, bang. Same deal, 30 to 60 seconds. The final one you can do around this area is the upper trap. This one's tricky because you want to get it from the front or from the back. So you've almost got to find your little space where there's like a doorway, like this, and put the ball here so that you can put your head to the side. Because if you do it from the front, you'll just headbutt the wall. So put it to the side, put it and have your arm so it's like this, and you're down like you're almost like you're tackling someone. So what we do, put it here, put it on your upper trap, look to the side, and push into the wall and drive into the wall. Yeah, so you're not upright, you're more, boom, square, going into the wall. Same thing, I'd release that one for 30 to 60 seconds. And they're my 3 favorite for the upper body. Okay, and just to finish, a couple ones for the lower back I'll do is looking at putting the ball on the glute trigger point. So where this is where it's basically where a belt buckle would be, and just slightly below and on a bit of an angle there. So if you're on the hip bone, you're too high, it's just below. So I go 45 degrees, so not this way, not this way. So it says you're facing 45, put the ball just below where the belt buckle would be, put it there, wiggle around till you find the sore spot. Once you found the sore spot, you're on it. So push in, then with that same leg, because it's the glute, what we always want to do is stretch that same muscle. So we put it over, so we stretch it, put our hands against the wall to stabilize and lean forward. And then we start rocking. And rock, and that should be pretty uncomfortable if you're using a pretty firm ball. Do that for anywhere 30 to 60 seconds. Jump on the other side. Obviously when jumping the other side, you're facing 45 degrees and you're switching the other leg, not switching the same leg. Okay, finally we're going to go through like what's called the QL, or quadratus lumborum release. It's the main lower back one. That muscle goes from here to here. So I prefer releasing this with a ball. You can do it also with a foam roller, but I prefer like a hard ball. So when you're doing it, your feet position should be basically down here, not against the wall. So here, then you'd put the ball towards your in this upper part of your lower back. And then you basically have it like this. You want to create like a C shape. So like this, and then coming over. Where the apex of the C, the middle of the C is where the ball is. So not like this, and not like this either. So we're on this line. So you'll feel it straight away with a firm ball, you're on the right spot, you hit that trigger point, you'll feel it. You can go up and down, and also when you're on the trigger point, then you can rotate. So up and down, rotation. I do that one for a good minute, 30 seconds each side, switch around to the other side.